Yo, this is CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest and nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video. Okay, so overall, 49ers day 3 picks. Jalen Moore, I give it a B. I think he was at the right spot and you got him at the right place. He can play the guard position, so I think there was talks about him having a late 4th round grade where he could have moved up a little, but we get him in the 5th round. That's a steal. And then the next one, the Mondre Lenore from Oregon. I don't know how you say his name, but he had at least a 3rd round grade because I heard that he's very physical and he can play the nickel also. I give it an A. Talanahafunga, I give it an A. If not for his 40 time or whatever he had, I think he would have had at least a 3rd round grade. Like, he had super high grade. He could have been a 2nd round too because of the way he played the game. He could do it all. He's very versatile. He was trained by Troy Polamalu, and this guy can ball out. So he's a humble individual. Watching his press conference, the way he felt, he was blessed to even be drafted. So that tells you how much he's willing to make this team. So from what I'm hearing, he'll either play strong safety in the box or he'll either have to switch to linebacker, which is not a bad transition for him with his skill set. So I got to give it an A. Elijah Mitchell, if he somehow makes the roster or in some way, that's a solid A. Why a solid A? Because this guy ran a 4.33. 5'11", I think 200 pounds. But this guy plays lightning fast. So I can see why we drafted him. So as far as my overall grade, okay, let's get back to those overall grades from the first pick to the last picks. Okay. Trey Lance, that's an A overall. You get a quarterback for the future long term, so he's gonna do it all for us. He's gonna be a guy that gives us a lot more on the offense, and we can make a lot of plays out of him. Aaron Banks, I give it a B because at least you get a guard, but he wasn't rated as high as people thought he was. He had 3rd round grade at least, 3rd or 4th round, but I take it. Trey Sermon, a super solid A because this guy can instantly be your starting running back when it's all said and done. And adding running back depth is very important. It's very underrated because a lot of these running backs get injured. So you can imagine what Shanahan can do with Sermon on as a running back. He can be able to fit the zone scheme and be very effective. This guy kind of reminds me more of Aaron Foster or DeMarco Murray. Like, he could do it all. So I like that pick. Trey Sermon could be a very effective back, and he can be very durable, which we need a durable running back and a every down back. So I like that pick overall. And then Ambry Thomas, looking at his highlights and everything else, he had 2nd-round grade. We got him in the 3rd round. If he didn't opt out, he would have been at least a 2nd-round talent, So I give it an A. And then Jalen Moore, like I said, I gave it a B. I think he had at least late 4th round or maybe higher than that. So he could play the guard or the tackle. So that's a versatile draft pick right there. And then DeMondre Lenore, I said an A because I think he had 3rd-round grade and he can play the nickel. So I like that pick. He can add depth, and I think he'll make the team just fine. So I give it an A. And Talahufanga, like I said, it's an A because he can do it all, and he was trained by Troy Polamalu, which means he's going to ball out. This guy doesn't miss a lot of tackles. This guy can make the plays, and he can make everything happen with tackling, and he can force turnovers and all that. That's a kind of a depth that we do need. And Jaquaski Tarr is going to be a free agent, so you do need to fill that depth there. Or in case he doesn't pan out there, you can always switch him to linebacker, which will be very, very good pick because it's a plus. Because if it doesn't pan out, you can at least develop him into a linebacker, and this guy will freaking tackle. This guy will make the plays. So I like this pick. It's one of my most favorite picks in the draft. He is the one guy I like. This is the one guy I was talking about on certain videos where I was talking to my other Niner fan base on these YouTubers. I told them, dude, you guys need to check out Hufanga. This guy can ball out. And I like this pick. And you get him in the 5th round. That's a steal. And then Elijah Mitchell, If, like I said before, if he makes the team in some way, I give it an A because this guy runs a 4.33 and he's got home run speed. He's very effective. And if he makes the team, oh my God, this is a luxury pick. But overall, I give the entire draft grade from the Niners' perspective, I give it an A minus. A minus because we didn't address the receivers, but at least we got all these luxury picks and got all the players we can develop. Trey Lance will be able to learn behind Jimmy G. Aaron Banks will have a chance to he will have a chance to compete for a starting guard spot. So I think that's likely a possibility because it's likely because he should be able to beat Daniel Brunskill and Tom Compton or the others. That's what I'm saying. I think he's likely going to be the starter. Trey Sermon, a luxury pick. Usually those luxury picks are an A plus because you can use them. So I think there's going to be a chance he will get some playing time, just like how the Ravens did with J.K. Dobbin. It'd probably be a similar situation to where we can use them. So I give it an A. Aubrey Thomas will be able to benefit learning behind Jason Verrett and Quan Williams and Emmanuel Mosley. So if injuries were to happen with either of these cornerbacks, you get a guy who can step in. So that's an A. And Jalen Moore, depth-wise, offensive line depth is important. You want to protect your quarterback at all costs, give it a B. And I mean, Lamondre Lamore just adds a very good depth. So cornerback depth is a plus. So cornerback depth is A plus because we addressed it. We got 2 cornerbacks, so that's good. And then getting the safety, it's really stacked up now. But if it goes as planned, we might move him to linebacker. So I give it an A. So running back with Elijah Mitchell, it's a big grade. So I guess running back group is an A plus. So A minus overall. So I must admit. So what do you guys think? You guys think we did pretty well? I think overall we drafted just on the right way. The only thing we didn't address was the receiver, but other than that, I think we'll get one undrafted. So CG Ruthless Sports is out, and go Niners.